We are starting with a story that is both chilling and reassuring at the same time. It speaks to the shadows that lurk in the forests and the light that the men and women in uniform are trying to shine into those dark corners. We are looking at a major development in the fight against internal insecurity in Nigeria. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Olatunji Disu, just made a high-stakes visit to Kaiama in Kwara State. This wasn't a ceremonial parade. This was an operational visit. He went there to see the battlefield, so to speak, because his officers have just delivered a significant blow to a suspected criminal network operating in the region. The headline reads, "Forest Bandit Network Cracked. IGP Disu visits Kaiama as police arrest 32 suspects, recover arms." Now, to the average person, numbers and locations can sometimes sound distant. 32 arrests, some guns, some bullets. It might seem like just another police report. But to understand the story, we need to peel back the layers and look at what this really means for the people living in those villages, for the security architecture of the country, and for the war on terror and banditry in Nigeria. Let's break down exactly what happened.
According to the reports, the Inspector General of Police visited Kaiama to commend what he called gallant officers from the Kwara State Police Command and the Intelligence Response Team, or the IRT. For those who follow crime in Nigeria, the IRT is a name that carries weight. They are the elite detectives, the ones who go after high-profile criminals, kidnappers and bandits when regular policing isn't enough. Why were they in Kwara? Because the forests there have become a haven. The statement reveals that these operations targeted criminal networks operating within forest corridors and rural communities. This is a crucial detail. If you are finding this analysis helpful, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring these important stories to more people. Think about the geography of Nigeria. We have the vast Sambisa forest in the northeast, but we also have the dense forests stretching across the north central, including Kwara State. These forests aren't just empty woods, they are highways. They connect communities, but they also connect criminal hideouts. The report specifically mentions forests around Awi, Kaiama, Patigi, Gbugbu, Tsaraji, and Babanla as operational hideouts. So what were these gangs doing? The police listed their activities: kidnapping, cattle rustling, and other violent crimes. When we hear cattle rustling, we might just think of stolen livestock, but in the Nigerian context, cattle rustling is often the economic engine of banditry. Stolen cattle are sold to fund the purchase of more weapons. It's a vicious cycle. Steal cows, buy AK-47s, use AK-47s to kidnap people for ransom, use that money to steal more cows. The arrest of 32 suspects is significant, but the quality of the arrests matters more than the quantity, and this is where the story gets even more complex.
Buried in the middle of the news is a sentence that should make every Nigerian sit up and take notice. Among those arrested are 2 foreign nationals from the Niger Republic, suspected of collaborating with local bandit groups in cross-border criminal activities. This changes the narrative entirely. We are not just dealing with local criminals, we are dealing with an international syndicate. Niger Republic shares a massive porous border with Nigeria, stretching through states like Sokoto, Kebbi, and Katsina. These borders are difficult to police, and criminal elements exploit this. Why would bandits from Niger Republic come to Kwara State? It's likely a combination of factors. Perhaps the pressure is too high in their own region. Maybe they have established supply lines for weapons or ammunition that come through the Sahel. Or perhaps they are here for the same reason any criminal goes where the opportunity is. The presence of foreign nationals indicates a sophisticated network. It suggests that these gangs have communication lines, safe houses, and a level of organization that transcends national boundaries. It also points to a worrying trend of regional integration of terror. It mirrors what we see with Boko Haram and ISWAP, who also have links across borders. This bust, therefore, isn't just a win for the Kwara State Command, it's a win for regional security cooperation. It shows that the intelligence community is picking up on these transnational threats.
When the police raid a hideout, the items they recover tell us a lot about the enemy. Let's look at the list. 1. 4 AK-47 rifles.
This is the weapon of choice for insurgents and bandits across the continent. It's durable, easy to use, and devastatingly effective. Recovering 4 of them means 4 less weapons to terrorize communities. But it also raises a question. Where did they come from? Were they stolen from security forces, or did they flow in through the illicit arms market that plagues the Sahel region? 2. 38 rounds of live ammunition. At first glance, 38 rounds might not seem like a lot. For a military unit, that's nothing. But for a gang on the run or a small kidnapping cell, 38 rounds can mean the difference between taking a hostage and escaping an ambush. Every bullet recovered is a life potentially saved. 3. 5 walkie-talkie communication devices. This is arguably as important as the guns. In the dark of the forest, communication is key to coordination. These devices allow gangs to set up roadblocks, monitor police movements, and coordinate ransom pickups. Recovering these devices blinds the criminals. It cuts off their ability to talk to each other. It shows that these aren't just random thugs, they are an organized force using modern technology to evade capture. 4. A camouflage hydration backpack. This might seem like a minor detail, but it speaks to the longevity of their operations. Hydration packs means they were prepared to stay in the bush for long periods. It suggests they were equipped for endurance. The camouflage pattern is also telling. It blurs the line between bandit and combatant. They are dressing for the environment, trying to blend in, and operating with a military-style mindset.
We talk about statistics, 32 arrests, 4 rifles, but let's talk about the people in Kaiama and the surrounding villages. Imagine living in a community where the forest, which might have once been a source of firewood or farming, becomes a place of terror. Here's a question for you in the comments. If you knew armed bandits were hiding in the forest near your town, would you feel safe? How would it change your daily life? For the farmers in Patigi and Gbugbu, this fear is a daily reality. If you cannot go to your farm because you might be kidnapped or killed, you cannot feed your family. If your cattle are stolen, you lose your life savings. This leads to food insecurity, displacement, and poverty. This is why the IGP's visit to Kaiama is symbolic. He isn't just sitting in an office in Abuja, he is going to the front lines. He is going to tell the officers, I see your work, and to tell the community, we are here and we are fighting for you. That psychological reassurance is vital. When people lose faith in the security forces, they might take the law into their own hands, leading to jungle justice or communal clashes. So, 32 people are in custody. What happens now? This is where the criminal justice system must take over. And arrest is just the beginning. The police have done their job in the intelligence-led phase. Now the prosecution must do theirs. The suspects must be investigated thoroughly. The police need to trace their connections. Who were their informants in the villages? Who buys the stolen cattle? Who supplies them with more ammunition? An arrest is a snapshot. The investigation is the full movie. The 2 foreign nationals from Niger Republic present a diplomatic and legal challenge. How will they be processed? Will they be tried in Nigeria and then repatriated? Or will there be a need for international cooperation to ensure they face justice in their own country as well? We also have to think about prison congestion. With 32 new suspects entering the system, the pressure on our correctional facilities increases. But for the safety of the public, these individuals, if found guilty, must be kept away from society.
This operation in Kwara is a microcosm of the larger war. The government has been trying various strategies, amnesty programs, military offensives, and now more intelligence-led policing. The use of the intelligence response team here is key. It shows a shift from reactive policing, waiting for a crime to happen and then responding, to proactive policing, gathering intelligence to stop the crime before it happens or to dismantle the network before they strike. The recovery of walkie-talkies shows that the police are adapting. They are targeting the command and control of these groups. The next step will be to disrupt their supply chains, the flow of arms and ammunition. If you believe in the importance of security and want to stay informed on these issues, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. To wrap this up, the cracking of this forest bandit network in Kaiama is a significant victory. IGP Disu has every right to commend his officers. Arresting 32 suspects, including foreign collaborators, and recovering arms and communication gear is a tangible result that will make the Kwara Forest corridors safer. at least for a while. But we must be realistic. Criminal networks are like hydras. Cut off one head and two more might grow back if you don't get the hat. The police have struck a blow, but the conditions that allow banditry to flourish, poverty, unemployment, porous borders, and the proliferation of small arms still exist. The call to action here isn't just for us to like and subscribe. It is for citizens to support the police with information. The police got this intelligence from somewhere. It likely came from a tip-off, from a local who was tired of living in fear. Security is a partnership. The police can't be in every forest, but every citizen can be an eye and an ear. The IGP's presence in Kaiama sends a message. The state is fighting back. But the war will only be won when every village in Avui, Patigi, and beyond can sleep with their doors open, and when the forests belong to the farmers and the loggers, not the bandits. One final question for the comments. Do you think the government is doing enough to tackle the root causes of banditry, such as poverty and lack of economic opportunities, or should the focus remain purely on military and police operations? Let us know your thoughts below. Thank you for watching, and please stay safe.